Welcome to Caymanas Park Replay and Highlights Show, where we show the latest horse racing replays and results.
Stacy's Lady, once again backing away. Jordan Barrett rides Stacy's Lady. This time she goes in, locked away, field in line for the first. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs, it's the pilot Francis. They're off. Golden Eye, top gear, they're the slowest to leave the gates. Star Lee grabs an early lead and skitters away by some 2 lengths. Shashamani Dance asked to close the gap with Savitar in the black on the outside. Dash of Class is overtaken by a black Royalty. Stacy's Lady right alongside Dash of Class as they make their way to the half mile. A gap of 3 lengths opens up to Jamaican Storm. Golden Eye now begins to make slight improvement. Moon toward the outside of the trailer. Top gear. They've left that half mile. They arrive at the 7/16th and Star Lee bounces easily. With a 2.5 to 3 length advantage, it's held over Black Royalty. Shashamani dances under a drive as they leave the 3, asked to make up a 4.5 to 5 lengths deficit. Savitar is toward the outside of Dash of Class. Then Stacy's Lady, Golden Eye. Jamaican Storm has a mountain to climb, but they're into the lane, and it is Star Lee who holds the advantage. Black Royalty needs to find several lengths to get to this front runner as they arrive at the 3/16th, and the left-hand stick now comes out from Marshall Porter, and Star Lee continues to enjoy a huge lead inside the final furlong. Black Royalty chasing all the while. Golden Eye is over on the rail, right alongside in the black cap Shashamani Dance, then Stacy's Lady, but they're in the final yardage of the first event, and it's all Star Lee going all the way to win by 6 or more over Black Royalty. Stacy's Lady is third, Golden Eye fourth, Shashamani Dance is fifth.
South. They're off and racing. Even break. On the outside, Nina Dorada shows speed, and it's Nina Dorada. Just in front of, on the inside, Shanae. Right behind him, that is Blue Epiphany. Also on the rail, that's Expeditious, moving nicely. Also right against the rail, that's Purposely. On his outside, that's Toughness. Then comes Undecided, and Mighty Chelsea races at the back. They pass day 5 and head towards the 4 furlong point, and it is Shanae, just the leader. From on the inside, Expeditious, Nina Dorado. It's Nina Dorado in front and making the runnings. Coming around, that is Toughness, looking Purposely. Also on the inside, that's Purposely. Expeditious is right with them. Then comes Undecided. Then comes at the back of the field, that is Mighty Chelsea and Shanae. They pass the 3 furlong point, passing the 2.5, and it is in front. Nina Dorada still scraping pate on the rail. That is Purposely and Nina Dorada. Purposely, it's the front on the inside. Nina Dorada still there. Out wide, it's Toughness. Right behind those is Expeditious, but it's Purposely and Omar Walker making the best of his way home. A furlong to travel, and it's Purposely in front still and looking good from here, but on the outside, Toughness trying to come, but Purposely begins to get rid of the opposition. None traveling better than Purposely at the moment. Sprinting clear by maybe 5 lengths. Toughness is second, third, Expeditious, and fourth, Nina Dorada.
as his fly messenger fly refuses to load. First time of asking, now pushed in. Field in line for the die job sprint. 6 furlongs, 1200 meters. They're off. Fair start. Power Ranking came off slow, along with Lion of Ikati. Pellicula also racing toward the back as they charge down the back stretch. Phoenix Risen on the outside, Baby Like on the rail. They bob heads as they leave the 5. Phoenix Risen a narrow leader over Baby Like as they make their way to the half mile. 2 lengths back to Golden Wattle, now shaken up and asks for more run as they go spinning into that turn and make their way toward the 3. Fly Messenger Fly has made good ground and now overtakes Golden Wattle. Power Ranking has also made some ground after the slow start as they leave the 3. Pellicula toward the back, and last of all it's a Lion of Ikati. 5/16 to run in the die job sprint. They're about to come thundering into the lane, and it's Phoenix Risen out in front, stepping just off the rail and in center course. Baby Like is the one nearest the rail. Fly Messenger Fly and Golden Wattle race next and beginning to drift out wide. That's Power Ranking, but they race toward the furlong pole, and it is a Phoenix Risen with the lead. The rider having iron trouble. Here is Golden Wattle capitalizing now on the error of the leader as they're inside the final 16th. It is Golden Wattle who hits the front. Baby Like over on the far side. Power Ranking nearest to us. Golden Wattle wins it, the die job sprint. Then Power Ranking, Baby Like and Fly Messenger Fly. Blood Fire, currently at 2-1, will possibly be the last to load. (1400 meters, 7 furlongs, all in and they're off. Blood Fire steps off at the back of the field, as several horses want that lead. Widest of them all, that's Don Almighty. Awesome Glitter is near to us. The Inevitable, the rider, hooking reverse quickly, has had a mishap, and the Inevitable fades quickly through the field as Awesome Glitter grabs that lead, a length and a tail in front of Don Almighty chasing. Denby Life now beginning to make ground as they leave the 5. Yet again stalks them back in 4th, 5 lengths off that lead. Black River is a length and a half away. Thunderstrike right with that one. A gap opens up to Blood, Sweat and Tears, then Dr. Grey and Blood Fire at the back. They've left the half mile. They make their way now, flashing past the 7/16th, and Denby Life has now surged to get that lead. Awesome Glitter is left back and struggling a bit. Don Almighty is beginning to make ground against the rail as they leave the 3. Black River moving down on the outside of yet again to join. Thunderstrike is further back. Then Blood, Sweat and Tears and Dr. Grey. Blood Fire going nowhere at the back. Into the lane they come. They're at the top of it and leave the quarter pole behind. And it is a Don Almighty on the far side. Denby Life is near to us and continues to drift off a true line. Don Almighty on the far side looks to have the lead. Denby Life continues to battle on. Here is a Black River and Awesome Glitter asked to close, but Don Almighty is shown that right-hand stick. Denby Life continues to run under the stand fence. Black River now beginning to make powerful headway. It is a Don Almighty drifting off a true line and holding it. Don Almighty wins the Delroy Wallace over Black River, then Dr. Grey, Denby Life. Awesome Glitter is 5th.
Ride with the Mob, Stormy Lady, and My Mom Just. 7.5 furlong, that's the trip. This is the Howard Mackenzie. Field in line, and we're ready for a start. They're off and racing. Stormy Lady is the last to leave the gate, so with the ratio, as Storming makes the running from My Mom Just right on the rail. So these are the two as they pass the 6.5 furlongs on the course. It is Storming in front, passing the 6, just from My Mom Just. Bay Commander comes next. Kongratsuki tacks on to the tail, 2 lengths away before we come to coming on the inside. That's a Stormy Lady. And right on his outside, Ride with the Mob, 2 lengths away to ratio, and racing at the back is Twilight Storm. They head toward the 4, and making the running Kongratsuki sneaks through on the rails, Storming right there too. Coming on the outside and improving, that is Bay Commander. Racing in 4th, that's Ride with the Mob, overtaking Storming. Then comes a Stormy Lady. Behind a Stormy Lady, that is My Mom Just, tailing off. That's the pair of Ratio and Twilight Storm. They come towards the 2.5 furlong point on the course. Bay Commander on the outside, right against the rail. That's Kongratsuki. These two come into the lane on the inside. Kongratsuki just with the lead. Bay Commander harassing on the outside. Bay Commander and Kongratsuki coming on to that Ride with the Mob, fading a bit. That is Stormy Lady. It is still in front. Kongratsuki, Bay Commander. These two hook up to fight this out. Bay Commander on the outside, Kongratsuki not quitting and finding something extra. Kongratsuki, Bay Commander still there. Kongratsuki holding on from Bay Commander, and Kongratsuki wins by about a half a length from Bay Commander. Coming on in 3rd, that is Ride with the Mob. Stormy Lady is 4th.
Flyer being pushed in, minus Matthew Bennett. Rider climbing aboard JB Flyer. Field in line. Over to Denzel Miller. They're on. There's stop. Sticky Don ridden for that lead. Attacked early by Danny Marshall as they lead the 6. Several horses racing some 3 lengths in behind. Dotlin races on the rail. Lovecraft out wide with a Military Shot. There goes a JB Flyer as they're grouping up. Lucky Plumber is right there too, along with the Bunksy Boy. Little Grovey Thing making ground. Military Shot fades back a place or 2. Another Champion tacked on to the end of that group, separated by maybe 10 lengths as they leave the half mile and go spinning into the turn. Always Vigorous is 3 lengths in behind the back marker of the front runners. Tiger Bella races up next with Z.I. Then Dancing in the Breeze, Silver Soul, and Magic Bullet is left at the back. They leave the 3. They run toward the 5/16. And it's a Danny Marshall in control at the moment. Sticky Don is driven along and asked to get closer as they now come into the lane, and it is a Danny Marshall out in front stepping off the rail. Sticky Don in the purple cap now asked to close up under the stick. Lovecraft near the rail. Right against it, that's Dotlin. Little Grovey Thing is the one racing on the extreme outside, 4 across the course. Danny Marshall battling Lovecraft, and now Lovecraft picks it up with a furlong to run. Lovecraft out on that lead and beginning to open up. Little Grovey Thing finishing best of the rest, but it is Lovecraft inside the final 16th who holds the advantage and will keep it to the line. Lovecraft and awesome Anthony Thomas win by 4 or more. Always Vigorous is racing next ahead of Dancing in the Breeze. Third. Little Grovey Thing is 4th. Back in 5th, that's Magic Bullet.
and we'll be ready for a start. Looks as though we have a line. Starter is ready, Denzel Miller, and he sends them on their way. 5 furlong the trip. This is the Philip Fiani OD. Super Duper looks to be that leader from Hoist the Mast, tackling intently. So Super Duper as speed from Hoist the Mast. They're tacking across in the middle. Pretty Cash is also prominent on the far side along with King's Magician. Racing racing closest to us, that is Magical Mood. So it's Hoist the Mast and Super Duper. These are the two. Hoist the Mast could be the leader as they come inside the final 2 furlong. Hoist the Mast, Super Duper. Also there is Have Got Magic coming on the outside. That is Magical Mood. They're spread right across the track. It's Hoist the Mast and I've Got Magic. Hoist the Mast, I've Got Magic traveling strongly on the outside, and it's I've Got Magic who hits the front with Everton Miller on a rear winner. It's I've Got Magic beating Oyster Mast. Artesia runs on to be third. Magical Mood, that looks like Super Duper in the 4th spot.
My time now into 5, field in line. They're ready? They're off. A mile ahead of them, and XY Soul staggers out at the back. Vice Cherry Pie got a good start with No Identity. Step in Faith, drawn at 1, now scoots through and gets that lead as they go flashing past the 7. Step in Faith opening up some 3 or more lengths over Chennai Express. XY Soul now quickly moves down on the rail. Shaboom the Grey Race is next. Vice Cherry Pie out wide of War of the Roses as they leave the 6. My time now in the white races just in front of No Identity in the black, white and red. A break back to As You Wish, and last of all it is Bold Sammy as the leaders arrive at the 5. They make their way now into the final part of the backstretch, and it's Step in Faith continuing to lead by 2 lengths. Chennai Express continues the chase in second. Shaboom is on the outside. My time now has made good progress. War of the Roses is next, 6 or 7 lengths off that lead. No Identity indicators on, beginning to overtake on the outside, passing XY Soul. Vice Cherry Pie left out of it, caught by As You Wish, and Bold Sammy going nowhere at the back. They've left the 3. They're about to arrive at the 5:16. Step in Faith, attempting to go all the way in the mile event, will come thundering into the lane with that lead. Chennai Express in the red and yellow sleeves, stepping off the rail. My time now is right against it, but Step in Faith continues to lead. Seems to be tying up a bit. My time now getting on terms on the rail. Toward the outside, Chennai Express, and 4 wide, that's No Identity as they make their way inside the final furlong. It is My Time now under the right-hand stick from Tevin Foster. He has a win already. No Identity trying to deny him on the outside. My time now and Tevin Foster being grabbed by No Identity, and No Identity beats My Time now. Chennai Express is third. As You Wish fourth. Step in Faith is fifth.
And the final one will be Heavenly Glitters. Michael Sims. In position. All in. Ready for a start. They're off and racing. Zion left at the back early along with Positive ID. Zion recovering as going through, that's Heart of the Sea. Heart of the Sea in front. and making the running. Nothing but trouble on the inside. Right behind him, that's Zion recovering, going down in third. Right there to Heavenly Glitters, and joining them, that's Buff Bay behind Buff Bay, but 2 lengths away, or make that 3 lengths before we come to It's a Boy, Tina's account, Sky Zone, Legal Opportunity, and a Positive ID racing at the back. They go towards the 4, and it is making the running. Heart of the Sea in front from Nothing But Trouble, a length and a half behind. Also a length and a half in third, that's Buff Bay recovering. Coming around, that's Heavenly Glitters. Fading a bit, that is Zion. Also coming on, that It's a Boy, as they pass the 3 with just about 2.5 furlongs to travel. It's still in front. Heart of the Sea in front by maybe 3 lengths. Nothing But Trouble still forging an attack with its Heart of the Sea going on. Buff Bay creeping closer on the inside. Out wide, that's Heavenly Glitter. Heart of the Sea still in front with a furlong and a half to travel. He's in front by 3 lengths clear. Here comes on the outside, that is Heavenly Glitter breathing down on the leader, and Heavenly Glitter. Buff Bay also coming on. Here comes It's a Boy flying on the outside, flying out wide. Positive ID, It's a Boy, and Heavenly Glitter. It's a Boy will have Anthony Thomas is second with a It's a Boy, beats Heavenly Glitter. Then comes Positive ID, Art of the Sea, and the Buff Bay.
Seem to be having a problem down there. Heart of a Lion came out of 4, back in again. Field in line. They're off for the 10th. Fink and Slam Silano came out slow with Heart of a Lion to mow the back along with Mind That Cat and Ruds the Indian. But up front, Iho Primera got a good start. Moneyman is in between horses. Rusty out wide. Kyle Alexis is the one racing on the rail as these tightly grouped as they run past the 6. Slam Silano snapping at their heels. Heart of a Lion has made good progress after the slow beginning. Fake is on the rail. Colorado Ranger out wide. 4 lengths back to Mind That Cat. Then Ruds the Indian trailing. They arrive at the 5 and make their way now toward the final half of a mile in the 10th event. And it is Sky Alexis who has now worked her way into that lead as they leave the half mile. Moneyman 3 parts of a length down and pressing as they come flashing past the 7/16th. Rusty now shaken up and asked to make gains. A break of 4 lengths back to Iho Primera. In behind them, that is a Slam. And the leaders will now come toward the 5/16th. Kyle Alexis on the rail, Moneyman on the outside. They will come into it stuck together as if glued as they leave the quarter pole, and now Moneyman kicks on and grabs the lead from Kyle Alexis. The fight back may be on the rail. Rusty now beginning to breathe down their necks. Heart of a Lion is further back and asked to make late progress, but the war up front continues. Kyle Alexis on the rail, Moneyman on the outside. They continue to exchange body blows, and now Kyle Alexis kicks, and Kyle Alexis has that lead. Here on the outside is Rusty now beginning to fly in the end. It is Kyle Alexis and Paul Francis who fight off Rusty. Kyle Alexis beats Rusty. Then Moneyman, Heart of a Lion. Mind That Cat has finished in 5th. Field in line for the Seymour Foggy Mullings Memorial Trophy. They're off. Gambler and Marquesas came off at the back with El Profesor. Awesome Treasure, widest of them all, shows some early speed. Best Daughter Ever is moving quickly down against the rail. Billy Whiz is also in an early position with excessive force. Best Daughter Ever is there. Supreme Soul moving up with the leaders. One of a kind races in between horses. El Gringo is out wide, just about 5 lengths covers that group of horses. Big Daddy is 3.5 to 4 lengths in behind them. They're beginning to string out. Another Bullet races next. Gambler in behind. Helicopter racing 2 lengths further back with El Profesor for company as they leave the 5, and Marquesas remains at the back. The field make their way to the half mile. They're almost there in the Seymour Mullings, and they're there now and go spinning into that turn, and Billy Whiz grabs the lead narrowly from Awesome Treasure. Excessive Force breathing down the neck as they lead the 7/16. Best Daughter Ever and One of a Kind race next. Supreme Soul has a mountain to climb along with El Gringo further back. Another Bullet now has to make some ground as they now come racing past the 5/16. Helicopter is right in behind those as they come into the lane with a 1/4 mile to run, and it is a Billy Whiz with that lead. One of a Kind now asked to pounce. Awesome Treasure continues to run good against the rail. Excessive Force is taken out wide, but they arrive at the furlong pole. Billy Whiz and a One of a Kind, and now One of a Kind sticks the nose in front, but Billy Whiz is not done yet and begins to fight back. It's One of a Kind and Billy Whiz. One of a Kind being driven to the max to hold the advantage. Robert Halladine and One of a Kind beat Billy Whiz. Then Excessive Force. Supreme Soul has run on for 4th, close between Helicopter, El Profesor, and Awesome Treasure.
And ADL Distributors, cash incentive from Mackay Security, McMaster Racing Stables, Nudis Racing Stables, Jason Da Costa Racing Stables, and Donovan McCall Racing Stables. Gift packages from Pure Water, LPSR, Lasco, and Cal's Manufacturing, and gift vouchers from Burger King Limited. The Jamaica Racehorse Trainers Association would like to thank the many sponsors for their kind sponsorship of today's racing on Jamaica